Hello everybody. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick review of Cambly so far. It's been about a week since I started doing it, and just want to give my thoughts and observations. I started last Sunday. I worked all week. I had a couple problems, which I'll go through. This right here, we are looking at the calendar. This is the calendar for this upcoming week. See, I have these 4 hours in black. They're blocked off. I can also choose these darker gray ones are hours that are available. If they're light gray, they've already passed, and if they're white, then they're not available for me. Last week I had a bit of a problem Tuesday. I'm not sure if it was my internet connection or the program or other people's internet connections, but I kept losing calls. Things kept freezing. People were hanging up. So that was kind of a frustrating day. I ended up only working 2 hours that day. And then I ended up canceling the rest of my hours. One thing that I wasn't aware of that I guess is important to know is that if you reserve hours and then you cancel them, you get kind of like, I guess there's only so many hours that you can do that. You can only cancel so many hours until you get kind of like a little penalty where you can't, you like lose opportunity for open spots. That didn't happen to me on Tuesday, but then on Thursday, something happened to where my ringtone, turned off. I can't remember exactly what happened, if I was toggling back between these. I think actually what happened was I was on a call, the person hung up, and I went to the history to send them a message like this, and I didn't click off the screen. I sent the message, and then I stayed on this screen. And then I think I opened up another tab, and maybe I started playing a song or something, or a video, and when I came back over here after about 5 minutes, it said that I'd missed 2 calls and that I was suspended for 3 days. That was kind of infuriating. So I messaged the helpline and said that I was online. I was waiting for a call, and my ringer had turned off, so that's why I wasn't notified. And they ended up like waiving the penalty or whatever, and they let me log back in. But I missed out basically on the whole day Thursday because of that. And then so that's kind of the scheduling part of it. My kind of gripes about this is just, if something comes up and you have to cancel some of these hours, it's kind of a bummer that you get penalized for that. And also it's kind of a bummer if the ringtone gets turned off. I'm not sure how that happens. I've been just sitting here waiting for a call before, and it said your ringtone is turned off, or your ringer is turned off, and I haven't even done anything, and it just pops up. So that's kind of a little frustrating thing that happens. The other thing that I could point out about this is I wish they had a breakdown by day. You can see that I've made $140. I've had 87 chats, and then it says the time. But I wish that it would break it down by day so that you could see which days are, even maybe which hours are the most kind of profitable, or even just busy, like there's the most calls. That's the one thing that's kind of a bummer, is that I most likely I'm not going to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and start taking calls. I have nothing really else to do in the day, so I just start at 10 usually, and then end by like 4. or 5, and I might be missing the busiest parts of the day because I have no idea when people are calling. Or if I'm sitting here for an hour and I don't get a call, it'd be nice to be able to break that down where it's like, maybe Tuesday is just a very slow day and not many people are calling. So maybe, I only work for an hour instead of working for 6 and like wasting a bunch of time. So that's my other gripe about their interface, the way this is set up. It'd be nice to be able to see how much money you're making per day and how many calls you're getting per day. It's nice that they pay you weekly. I believe if you're in the US, you get paid on Monday morning. But since I'm in the Philippines, I actually get paid at like 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, which is great. It's nice getting paid weekly. If it was every 2 weeks, it'd probably make it pretty tough. I'm a little bit below my goal so far. It's Sunday, and I wanted to be up to at least $200 by now. And then I have one other day tomorrow to work, which I was hoping to get another $50, so about $250. My goal is about $250 to $300 a week, and then I won't be dipping into savings or going negative. If I can keep that up, I'll actually probably be able to put a little bit of money away or save it up for a fun trip or something like that. As far as actually talking to people, it can be really fun. It's really cool to talk to people from different places. Most people are very friendly, and they have a lot of interesting things to talk about as far as like their culture, the place they live. I've talked to people from South America, China, Japan, Russia. Yesterday I actually talked to a guy from Kazakhstan, which is very unique. I haven't ever met anyone from Kazakhstan. I didn't even know that it was a real place until that Borat movie. So that was really cool. He had a lot of cool things to say. It was a very interesting conversation. Every once in a while, I'd say at least once a day, maybe up to 3 times a day, you get a bad call where either it's someone that basically can't communicate at all, or there's been a few calls like that where it's been very difficult to even start, because it's hard to know where to start with someone when they can't even answer, like, what is your name or how are you doing today. They have these beginner lessons, but the times that I've tried them, or this is a game. So let's see, where's the beginner lesson? The times that I've tried the beginner lessons with people that are basically don't speak any English, they just hang up. They don't seem to work that well. If you tell someone like read this sentence, and they don't know what I'm saying, then that it doesn't work out. So that can be kind of frustrating. Maybe it's just people that are using the 15-minute free, or the free 15-minute trial, and they think that they can just start from scratch and learn English, but that's not. I don't think that's really the way this is set up. And I do need to take some more time and go through these and see which ones work. As far as that beginning lesson, I can't remember which one it was, but it was not really good. It was just like, what is your name? And then it just keeps repeating it. What is your name? What is your name? That's, I don't know. Maybe it works for some people, but I wasn't having any luck with it. And some of these are pretty fun. I've played a couple of the games with people. I did business the business English with a couple people. Those were really good. Um, I need to look at a few of these other ones so that I can figure out what works best in what situation. I wish there was a little bit more kind of prep when you sign up for being a tutor. Most people just want to have a conversation, but then, I had one guy that wanted me to go through some of these tests with him, and I had never even looked at these before, so that was a little bit kind of nerve-wracking, but it ended up being all right. So that's it for the lessons. Also one other thing that can be frustrating. So this is supposed to be for adults, and I think what happens sometimes is the adults will sign up. They'll create an account. Like a mom or dad will create the account, and then they will hand the phone off to their child, or maybe the child creates the account with their parents' information. There's supposed to be a separate Cambly for kids, and if you're a Cambly kids tutor, you get paid more. But I'm getting calls from, like, 6-year-old, 8-year-old kids that don't really speak English, so that can be very frustrating, because it's a call, and you don't want to be rude and be like, no, sorry, I'm not going to take your call because you're a kid. So I just try and make it work the best I can. But it's like most of the time you're trying to have a conversation with, an 8-year-old kid, you're just going to get one-word answers, if they understand you. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I've really enjoyed talking to people and meeting people from different places. A lot of people are really good at English, and maybe they're just working on their accent, or they're just practicing. There's people who've called who've gone all the way through school and college and studied English the whole time, so they know it really well, and then they're just trying to kind of get to the next level, which those are usually the funnest ones, because we can just have like regular conversations, and if they pronounce a word wrong, then you can just fix it, and it's easier. If they don't know how to say something, then it's like, we can figure it out, and that's really fun. It feels very rewarding. I really enjoyed that aspect of doing Cambly. I think there's been 1 hour where I had a conversation through the whole hour. Most of the time you're getting 15 or 30-minute calls, and there's a lot of 5-minute calls that you get from people that are just trying it out. I know you can make people can make reservations. I've had one reservation and then they canceled. So I don't know how to sign people up for reservations. I don't know if that's something I can do. I know you can send people your schedule, and then they can choose to reserve some time. But anyways, yeah, my overall opinion of Cambly is it's great. I really like it. It's fun. It might be something that I continue doing even if I go back to the States, just because it's fun, and you can make an extra couple bucks. And you get to hear cool stories and learn about different cultures, and I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and play a little clip of one of the calls that I did. We were going through one of the lessons, which was it was actually one of the games, and it was pretty fun. Even though the girl was very shy, and the lesson was about competition and like basically reality TV shows where they're competing, and she's basically said that she was the one that chose the lesson, and then the whole time she was saying that she didn't like competitions. So it was kind of fun to like try and pry answers from her, like what would you do, for how much money would you need to do this or that. So that was pretty fun, and I'll play a little clip of that. And then if anyone has any other questions or anything, then just let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer. So I'll go ahead and play that a little segment of that video right now. I'm going to blur out her face and her name so that she has her privacy. But that's all for now, and thanks and have a good day.
I if there are many fruits or vegetables, I can eat them. But if there are only animals, I can't kill them to eat by myself. Yeah, fish and fish. I can catch fish or crab, but some mammals I can't touch them.